later or now?
Hey guys, I want to talk to you about the Kel Tec Sub 2000. I've got two versions here. These are both 9 millimeters. This one here is your Glock, and this one here is your multi caliber here, multi mag. They're actually calling it. So the multi mag. The difference, I was looking at these things trying to figure out which one did I want to get. What's the difference between them? Well, I know everybody loves the Glock. People are just big fans of Glocks out there. So the Glock version only takes the Glock magazines. That's all you can run with it. No other mag catches are going to change out. You're not going to be able to feed other stuff into this mag well here for the Glock version of this. So if you're a Glock fan, there you go. You got your Glock version. Happen not to be a Glock fan, 6-hour fan, the SIG P320. And now this thing will accept the SIG P320 magazines, the new versions of it. You can see here, this is wider right here, a little thicker, and it'll accept the P226 mag. The P22. It was already taking the P226. The SIG P320 magazines will go in here. So the multi-caliber. So the difference in the multi-caliber is, and I ordered this one. This is the Beretta, the A92. It takes the Beretta 92 magazines in it for the 9 millimeter. I ordered it because here's the main thing right here. The mag catch right here. You take these screws out, pop this mag catch off, change this mag catch out, and you can put multiple different magazines inside this firearm. So let me read to you here how many different magazines. You can put the Beretta 92, which this one comes with. You can put the CZ, it's the CZ 75, 75B, CZ 85, 85B, Smith & Wesson, the full size M&P. You can do the Smith & Wesson Model 59, the 6-hour P226, the 6-hour P320, and the Canic, the TP series. All in 9 millimeter. You can also do them in 40 caliber if you want to do it in 40. See, I'll let you can stop and kind of take a quick peek at that. If you want to freeze it, I'll show you the back. This comes with your Kel Tec. It's stuck in there. So they made a few upgrades, and the way to tell the upgrades is if you look right here. You see right here where you grab this to spin it to take the tube off of it, the buttstock off here. It's just steel. You got to have a little tool that goes into these grooves here. This mag well's a little thinner. It's slick. One kind of solid piece all the way down. It doesn't flare out right here, so it comes all the way down. The difference in the new one is right here. So you can grab, it's got little grooves and teeth in it, so you can grab it with your hands and unscrew it. You can see the mag well comes down, flares open right here. It's a little thicker, a little wider in the new Gen 2 multi-mag. These are the newest ones that they come out with. And as far as I can see visibly on it, that's the big difference in the magazine, in the guns there. But really, really nice guns. I'm really disappointed in this. Let's take a look at this, the magazine that came with the Glock. Little plastic magazine, not a very good magazine, I don't think. The magazine that came here with the Beretta version, really nice magazine. This is Beretta's magazines, and it's 17 round magazine that comes with the firearm here. So you pull here, the firearm flips up, comes around. Now you've got your carbine put together, ready to fire. You've got your pop-up steel sights that come with it here, but you really got to get down, get your cheek down the side of this firearm to use those. They look good, they work good, they're functional on the firearm. I want something a little bigger, so I'm going to mount a plate right across here. It's going to come over at an angle at 45, and I'm going to do a red dot with a high rise on it coming off right here on the side, so I can still use these. It's not in the way. it'll still fold up. I'm going to put a charging handle, different positions on it here. This is kind of small here to grip and pull. So they make a larger one. It's heavier, so it's supposed to reduce recoil in it. I've got one of those coming for it. The trigger on this gun is plastic, so it does flex a little bit. You can feel it when you squeeze the trigger. So I got a aluminum trigger coming, a straight trigger. I don't like these curved triggers, so I want a straight trigger for it. I've also, this little piece you pull out right here, it kind of flexes right there when you pull it out. It's all plastic. They make one in aluminum. I've got one of those coming in aluminum. The trigger pull on this gun is about anywhere from 9 to 10.5 pounds, just depends on which one you get. So the spring kit I got coming is going to reduce that trigger pull down to about 5 pounds on this thing for the trigger pull. So several little things on the way for it here. Kind of excited about those. Can't wait till they get here so I can put them on the gun and see if it makes a difference in it. So we'll keep this one stock as is and go shoot this one. We'll shoot the Glock one also, and then we'll look at it with the goodies on it that I put on it, see if it makes a difference. A nice little buttstock here. You pop this pin off. This thing will slide back another inch, give you a little extra room to place it in your shoulder if you need that. But this thing is really easy to collapse, folds right up, drops right into a backpack. The idea here is your gun, your pistol matches your carbine. So if you got a 9mm Glock, you've already got all your magazines for your 9mm carbine here. So the magazines go between them. If you got the Beretta magazines, then you can switch out. I got the 320s, so I'm going to get the mag catch from the 320 so I can run all my 320 magazines inside of here. But I think Kel Tec's got a really nice product here. I really like this. Lightweight, 4.5 pounds right here as it sits. So I'll let you know what the weight will be when I add my little extras to it and change it out. So I'll keep you posted once I get all my stuff in and get my build put on it. I'll let you know, let you see it, and we'll go to the range and shoot it. All right, all the stuff came in from my Kel Tec Sub 2000. Now, remember, before you start doing a build on a gun, notepads, ink pen, Sharpie, and Ziploc bags. As you take parts out, label them. Label the plastic bag also. Put those parts away. Have a place to store your parts. Got a little magnet on the bottom there, so when I drop them in, I got a couple of them so you can stay organized with what you're doing. So let's take a look at what I got. So the gun's already clear. So I got a handle for the front grip. Here, you grab it, you press in with your thumb. It'll fold down for you and flip it up. It comes all the way up. All right, I picked that up from, I don't know, what was the name of that place? It was gnarlygorilla.com, gnarlygorilla.com. And it's a 5-position Picatinny rail here. This thing was like $8 to buy from them, okay? Shipping was kind of high though. Shipping was about $9 to get it here, but it was still fairly affordable compared to some of the other stuff. I love that it's adjustable and I can fold it up when I fold this gun up. Also, I got right here, let's see if we can knock everything over. So we got our Bushnell red dot. We've got a 45 mounted here. Let me turn it this way so I can slide in here and let you see that. So it mounts in right here, a couple little screws. It's got a high-rise mount on it. So the piece here that snapped on here was about $8. The Bushnell with the high-rise sight was about $70. Okay, and I got it off of Amazon actually. So it's the TRS-25 Tactical Red Dot with the riser included in it, and the $70 got me the piece here and the riser and the Bushnell part also for it. So free shipping on Amazon if you're a Prime member. And now here's where a lot of these things are coming from. So I'll let y'all zoom in here, let you see these folks. Mcarbo. They make a lot of aftermarket stuff for firearms to kind of improve them. So this is my spring kit. The trigger pull's a little over 10. We're going to bring it down to about 5 pounds with this. New charging handle. You can see the existing charging handle look at the difference in the two here when I put them in. So this one's got a lot of weight to it. It's a little bit more to grab hold to when you go to charge it up, and it's supposed to reduce recoil, felt recoil coming off of it. The trigger guard, okay, aluminum trigger guard to go on it. The trigger guard here is plastic on this thing, and the trigger, you got a curved trigger here. I'm not crazy about curved triggers, I like flat triggers. Trigger's plastic also, so I also ordered from Mcarbo. They make a straight trigger, and it's your aluminum straight trigger. I really like that. Got a muzzle brake that I'm going to put on the firearm. Comes with the little washer nut here, ring nut, whatever you want to call that thing, so I can adjust it out. I also got the wrench came with it to put that on. I ordered the wrong ones. These are the Gen 1, I got the Gen 2. I ordered the screws to change all these screws out, these aluminum screws, try to get some steel screws in this thing so it doesn't strip out as I take it apart, clean it, put it back together, and do different things to it. So is that everything? Oh, I got a little bit of grease here. They were talking about this super lube that Mcarbo was selling, so I got some of that to put on the trigger and the trigger parts here as I go through it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this thing apart, and I'm not going to make you watch that. Mcarbo has done an excellent job of how to dismantle this thing, install all these parts. So I'm going to pop this thing apart and make all these changes, okay? I may just fast forward through some of that so you guys don't have to actually watch that as it happens, okay? When the bolt comes out, it's just in two pieces here. But remember, when you put this back in, on this side right here, it tells that it's a 9mm Beretta. So make sure that when you insert it, that side goes towards your ejection port, okay? When you reassemble this thing. We're gonna just set that over here off to the side. All right, the before firearm. And the after firearm. So we've got larger charging handle here. We have got an aluminum takedown trigger guard, aluminum trigger on it now, and we've got internal springs set on it. We have reduced the trigger pull on this. £5 pounds. So we brought it down 4 pounds by adding the the Mcarbo here. Mcarbo trigger kit, springs, trigger, and the takedown in it, the charging handle in it. Looks good. Let's get our optic back on. I took the optic off because it was in the way. And there's the muzzle brake. A flat spot on the bottom. And it's ported across the top and sides. It's supposed to control muzzle rise. It's supposed to, when it fires, it's supposed to keep the tip of the barrel down as it fires, tip of the muzzle down. So here we go. This is what we've come up with. And it's got a pretty nice trigger in it. Nice and smooth trigger there. Short reset in it. You can definitely tell the difference in the trigger in this thing. Let's just see if you can see the trigger reset here. Right there's the trigger reset, and then it fires. I just prefer the flat triggers myself. I really like the charging handle, gives you a lot more to grab on too. We've got, let's see if I can tilt this thing up just a little bit. I got a mess here where I've been working. So we got the Bushnell red dot on here. We've got our foregrip that folds up right here, different positions. You can still catch the firearm here if you need to. When I'm using the red dot, it's going to tilt just to the side so I can get a good purchase on it, good grip. I can still go back and use the regular steel sights on it if I wanted to. I got mine set to the farthest position there in the rear, so it's just a little bit longer for me. And really nice gun. I'm really pleased with it so far. I can't wait to go shoot this. So I'm going to take this one and shoot it, and I'm going to take the original and shoot it, or the one that I didn't do anything to. So let's see the difference in the way it fires and handles with all the little goodies on it versus the factory gun, okay? Check out what I brought back from the range. Okay, remember I checked mine out, had a muzzle brake on it, charging handle, new trigger, spring kit, trigger guard. Well, we went to shoot them. The guy that bought the Glock one didn't show up to shoot it with us, didn't get to shoot the Glock one. But we went and shot the two Berettas. This was the bone stock right out of the box. We put it up against the one that I tricked out with all the Mcarbo stuff. When we got through shooting, they were both brand new. My buddy said, hey, let's trade. I'm taking yours home. I'll pay you, and you just rebuild this one the same way. So here we go right here. I reordered everything again. We got the charging handle, the trigger guard. We got the spring kit, all the screws. So we're going to redo this one and make it look like the other. So if that gives you any indication to which gun actually functioned and fired better, you definitely could feel the difference in the gun that we tricked out with all the Mcarbo stuff here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to redo this one. Now while we were there, we ordered some 20 round magazines. These are Beretta. I'm sorry. These are the Beretta magazines, the 17 round metal one that came with it. This is the 20 round that I ordered in the Beretta. Beretta makes this one. Now, we also had some 30 round Beretta magazines. My buddy took those with him, which is fine with me. These ran great. We also ordered, these are KCI mags, 30 round magazines. They look identical to the Beretta magazine. The only difference was right here where you've got two little circles, the Beretta one had one large circle went all the way down on it. 30 round mags here. All of these magazines ran good. I ordered 3 of these, okay? So I ran all 3 of them in there. I didn't have any issues with any of them feeding, jamming, nothing. So no problem with these mags. All the mags proved to be really good mags. Also the 30 round Beretta mags were really good in here. Here we go. Another sub 2000 with the Mcarbo kit on it. So we got the larger charging handle. We got the bigger trigger guard. Got the straight aluminum trigger. New spring kit in it. We got the muzzle brake on here. And we got the steel pins replaced and all steel screws in here, so these things don't strip out while we're working on it in the future. So a little easier to do this time than it was last time, the second time doing it, and not a hard job to do at all. Just takes a little patience, a little time to do it. And I'm waiting on the 45 degree to go right here so that I can mount the optic on it, and it's ready to go. We're ready to shoot.